All right, let's get to the news of the day. Some good news for the Nittany Lions as Drew Allar, their quarterback, expected to play. He'd been battling a leg injury suffered versus Wisconsin, so he will play. How much he has to deal with that, it's, we'll see. Mm-hmm. We will see. So next up, SMU quarterback Kevin Jennings has been cleared medically for the top 20 clash with Pittsburgh, and SMU Pitt playoff implications.
It's crazy to think, man, but I'm glad to see this. I was thinking about this earlier. Like, we've seen programs who have changed conferences really struggle, especially if you're going up and you're making that leap from the group of 5 heading in. SMU hasn't missed a beat. It's been really impressive to see what they did. We knew the culture's there with Rhett Lashley. They have the money and everything, but the early on success and knowing how difficult that is, especially with travel and everything, it's been really impressive to see. I'm glad Kevin Jennings is available for this game. It sucks that they've already lost RJ Maryland. I think those two have played a really instrumental part in their success this season. So you didn't need to go into this big matchup missing 2 of your key pieces on offense. On the flip side, too, you're also going to have Eli Holstein back for Pitt. So this should be a really fun matchup. I don't know how much. I don't necessarily think it's going to get the proper attention it deserves, especially with it being on the ACC network. I would like to see this one like on ESPN or something, but at the same time, everybody's at the mercy of the ESPN right now. But still, this is going to be a fun matchup. And like you mentioned yesterday, there's no way in hell anybody was thinking this was going to be this type of game and this type of ramifications around it. But it should be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing this one.
Yeah, I'm excited about this game. I really am. SMU and Pitt, and nobody would have pegged that at the beginning of the year. Nobody would have pegged it at the beginning of the year at all. All right, some bad quarterback news for the Utes. Utah, Kyle Whittingham told KSL Sports Zone that Sam Huard had surgery for an injury and is out for the season. So he is not part of the conversation when it comes to the quarterback battle that Utah has going on between Isaac Wilson and Brandon Rose. Maybe he will be next year, but not right now. And Utah continues to just not have a quarterback 2 years in a row now. And I just wondered this, of course, from Jake Hatch, who works for the Zone, and we've had him here many times.
Yep.
But I'm kind of bummed for Kyle Whittingham because I do feel like this could be it.
Yeah.
And this is how he had to go out, and I think he and Cam Rising kind of maybe we're going to go out together. Now, is there a chance Cam Rising can come back and get his medical red shirt?
Don't.
Yes. I just don't think he should. I think the writing's on the wall. And, I think the best example Ari Temp can give us was like Tony Romo, where, look, man, every time you get hit, you get hurt.
Yeah.
Like, you got to read the writing on the wall. I know you still feel it, but, there's a life after this.
Well, and my thing, too, is, if he just wanted to be a part of, that quarterback room, or he really just loved Utah and embrace – because he seems like he would embrace what the definition of the Utah man is type thing. He could easily be a GA. He could easily be on that staff. So there's not necessarily any reason for him to come back and play. Yeah. I don't think he will in either way. I think at the same time, if you're Isaac Wilson, I think he's getting a lot of – because he hasn't looked great, but I don't know that it's necessarily justified. This is a young guy that doesn't really have the weapons around him. So I think a lot of their struggles and the talk around him is kind of unfair. But at the same time, you kind of knew this was going to happen, so you should have better positioned yourself from a coaching standpoint if you were Utah.
By the way, I just want everybody to know that Garrett is actually in this room. He's over in the corner.
Yes.
It looks on that shot like we lock him away in a shed. And that's
dungeon
or under the stairs like Harry Potter.
Definitely Harry Potter vibes.
Yeah, definitely under the stairs. What was his cousin's name?
Oh my God. Don't I don't know. Yeah. I can't remember.
But yeah, here I am, walking around living all high on the hog, and then
I'm just over here stuffed in a box.
Aunt and uncle, under the little room under the stairs.
I'll survive.
Till Hagrid comes along, owl in hand. All right. Next up, John Mateer Washington State quarterback. Got this today from Washington State. They sent it out, and it was part of the Davey O'Brien. Like, he's up for that, and they have voting on that. One of the best quarterback in the country. John Mateer through 8 games, 7-1 start for the number 22 ranked Cougs. All right, they are a group of 5 team that could get involved in this, but they're going to need Boise State to lose.
Correct.
Because their loss is to Boise State. But second in FBS for total TDs, 4th in FBS for total offense. He is having a great year. He's super athletic. That's why they weren't, like, bemoaning losing Cam Ward. But my question for you, Garrett, is can he be Washington State's Ashton Genty?
I mean, I think he is Washington State.
No, but can he get what I'm saying is next year where believe me, the world is going to come at him.
I think yes, because we know how important and crucial it is for people to get quarterbacks in the transfer portal. So people are going to come after him.
But
so
does he going to be able to say no?
Does he want to stay? That's the thing. It's hard to say. Like, I think it's different from a quarterback position. If somebody's going to throw a ton of money at him, I could see him leaving. I'll say this. I think with those type of numbers, he should get an invite to New York this year. I don't necessarily think he stays put in Pullman. I'm not sold that he's going to be the quarterback there next year because I know there's going to be plenty of opportunities for teams across the country that need a quarterback and that he's going to receive so many calls. And I don't necessarily think that I don't think it's going to be easy for him to stay put in Pullman as it was for Ashton Genty to stay at Boise. So I can see him leaving after this season.
Yeah. And we'll see. But, and if he does, I hope he does stay at Wazzu. I really do.
I think it would be great for them.
I really do. Unless he goes to a place that I like, then to hell with you. No, I'm just saying. But, I think he's going to get, there's already people.
Absolutely.
That are going, Pullman, Washington is so far away from anything. You guys don't even have an airport. It's like a 2-hour drive from the closest airport you can fly into.
Yeah.
You got to go all the way to Spokane.
And then, also seeing the success of somebody who literally just did what you're going to have the opportunity to do. There's a lure there to take it. Yeah. I
don't think Spokane's 2 hours away, but you get my point. Yeah, you get my point. So, but anyway, we'll see. Next up, these are awful.
Terrible.
These are awful. I will say this. I do like the OA logo.
Is that like the Avengers type thing?
No, it's the interlocking OA, which is the official letter emblem of the OA Association, organized in October 1909 by the athletes of Oklahoma A&M College, which is now Oklahoma State University. So that I like. But these stripes, these are not good. No good, not good. This is, look, if they're going to wear this once, and they'll probably
burn it.
Yeah.
The uniform itself isn't terrible. When you throw that striping in, it looks awful. It looks like a bad Halloween costume is what it looks like. And I just imagine as fiery and things as Ollie Gordon can be, I can't wait to see him get stuffed in that and just be throwing a fit, whining in that outfit. That's going to be hilarious.
Yeah. By the way, they ask why you can't sit over in one of these chairs.
Because I got to produce them.
Yeah, he's got to produce. There's a theory that Craig wouldn't let you sit there, but that's not true.
That's not true.
In fact, he would love it.
He would.
If you guys could switch spots, he could do the show from back there, and you can produce from right here.
He'd take it.
He would love it. You saw the mask yesterday. That went in the
That was so perfect.
That went in the opposite direction that I thought it was going to.
It was so perfect.
Yeah, I thought there was no way he was going to wear it. I think he was going to look at us and be like, "You guys are idiots. You just show ponies over there." And then he put it on, and he's like, "I don't want to take it off."
It was the perfect mask for him.
I think because he's a wrestling fan, we should get him a Lucha Libre mask because they have a
little
hole for the mouth. So. Or most of them do. I guess some of them don't. But I think he would go. He might go in for that. As ridiculous as it would look. As ridiculous as it would look. And I think a lot of those now are breathable. They make them with they're not like leather or anything. It's like a nylon kind of thing they pull up. From Ross Dellinger, some some conference realignment news. Hooray! We need like a really late confetti effect,
like the happy birthday thing.
Yeah, let's just that when there's conference realignment news. However minor, Grand Canyon University, where Bryce Drew is the basketball coach, is they don't have football, but they are joining the Mountain West as full members. They've been to the NCAA tournament 3 or 4 years. Again, Bryce Drew is the coach there. Mountain West, they were going to join the WCC, and then the Zags left.
Yep.
So now they are in the Mountain West. So for you realignment people, especially Adam, who loves the Mountain West, Grand Canyon University in Phoenix is on its way there. Molly Miller is the women's basketball coach there. Mm-hmm. She was the runner-up for the job here at Baylor.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I'm glad to see them get their opportunity. I also like this from a standpoint that it actually makes sense geographically. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not a terrible move for them.
Yeah.
And being able to go into that conference. Utah State can be pretty good at basketball at times. San Diego State's going to be in the pack now, but there's going to be some good basketball played over there. I think they can contend. So good for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So as of today, by the way, I did not say this off the top. I should have. Today is Amanda, my wife's birthday.
Happy birthday, Amanda.
So happy birthday, Amanda. We will celebrate by decorating our house for Christmas tonight.
Can't get with that, but cool.
Yeah, I mean, she is I married Buddy the I married Buddy the Elf. I did. You know, like, it's just.
You still got that nut. Did she get you or you had to get like a big nutcracker?
Yeah. I should have shown. He's in the garage. I named him Colonel Kensington. And so every time I come in the house and he's there, I was like, hello, Kensington. Just because but yes, he's there and he lights up. Yeah. He's there.
Yep.
Man, it was a thing. I had to order it. Like, here's the thing. I got it from Sam's Club. I had to order it because I could have gone and bought it, but Emery, I knew Emery was out of town. He's got a pickup truck. My other friend with a pickup truck, it would not have fit in either one of our cars. It's that tall.
Nope.
So I had to order it, which it was free shipping, but even still was weird. I remember seeing the UPS driver dragging it up, going oh my God. You know. I was like, I know, buddy. I know. I get it. But yes, so we'll do that tonight. Very excited for her birthday. But yes, that's what you wanted to do. We got a cookie cake. We got some charcuterie.
I get down for charcuterie.
Oh yeah, I love charcuterie. Here's the thing: the older you get, I'm a very basic bitch now, Garrett. Yes. I'm in for give me some charcutes and some brunch, and
that's all you need.
Yeah, exactly. I am. So that's all that I need. Okay, coaching carousel as of today is East Carolina, Fresno State, Rice, Southern Miss, and Utah State. Obviously, none of these jobs are earth shatterers, like a Florida would be if that comes open, or Baylor or Arkansas, or any of the teams have been West Virginia, Oklahoma, UCF right now. These are all the guys that are in a little bit of trouble. But which of these jobs, Garrett?
Mm-hmm.
If these were the 5 jobs, if you were up for all 5 of them, okay. If you're up for all 5 of these jobs, ECU, Fresno State, Rice, Southern Miss, and Utah State, which one do you take?
Oh, me? I'm taking East Carolina. Because I think it's located where you can recruit the Eastern Seaboard. You can go in and get a lot of the guys who aren't going to be able to go to Georgia and play in the South. I also just for me, when I look at or ask these things, I think about living conditions, everything. I would rather live in a state like North Carolina. So I would take ECU. What about you?
I would take Fresno State. About to go into the pack, California talent I can get. Now, granted, Fresno and the Valley there it's not San Francisco, it's not San Diego, it's not LA. But
proximities though. You can get there. You can get there from proximity wise.
But I mean, I can get athletes from there.
Yes.
As long as they, understand that this town is a little more rural, than anything else. But I would take Fresno State. I would take Fresno State.
I mean, I think they got it the tradition. Like they probably got the better, well, about the best tradition.
I would like East Carolina would be my second. Southern Miss would be my third, Rice fourth, and Utah State fifth.
I would probably flip Utah State and Rice simply because recruiting to Rice is so difficult.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about like just living and stuff, hell yeah, I would go live in Houston and coach at Rice. But like, I just think it's the obstacles you have to overcome there as a coach make it less interesting for me out of those choices.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and the last thing we're going to discuss here, this is just food for thought.
Okay.
Every Ryan Day, this is from Ben Axelrod, who works for Awful Announcing. Every Ryan Day debate comes down to whether you think Ohio State made Ryan Day or the other way around. So he is not like he is about to. We'll talk about this with two different guests today, maybe even Sam. We'll get to it with Sam eventually, probably, but maybe not because we have it. Well, yeah, Kenneth Davis brings it up, and so does Evan Abrams. Well, we had to record those earlier. Sorry, but But so we have that. Neither of these coaches in this game have good records against the top 10. Top 5 especially. They're both top 5 teams, so something's got to give here.
Right.
Ryan Dave's only knock is that he's a slightly better version of James Franklin, right? He has, he's
got some big wins, but not Michigan.
Yeah, but not Michigan. And look, they didn't win their bowl game last year against Mizzou. Who I don't know, where Mizzou was ranked when that happened, but you get my point. Going back a couple of years ago, they had that terrible defense, and they, before he brought in Jim Knowles. So, all of that's, bubbled over for them in the past. And partially because, and this is not every year, but Ohio State the last couple of years has not had that challenging of a schedule. Now, last year, they did get a win over Notre Dame because Notre Dame, as academically, wonderful as it is, did not do math, and gave them an extra play.
Yeah.
Also could have maybe made a play on Abuka when he caught that pass. But all that notwithstanding, so that has to go. It is a chicken or the egg kind of argument here.
Right.
Ryan Day, he took over for Urban Meyer. So I don't think you can make a very strong argument that he made Ohio State. I can make a good argument that he was an excellent choice and that he's kept them in the conversation, as where a lot of times those kind of things don't happen. So did they make a good choice bringing him in to maintain? Yes. But he clearly hasn't gotten to the point where he can win in the big moments like his two predecessors, Urban Meyer and Jim Tressel, did.
Reading that, I don't think Ryan Day made Ohio State by any means. I think Ryan Day holds Ohio State back. Ohio State definitely made Ryan Day. If you're talking about, when I read that, my first thought was Woody Hayes made Ohio State. Yeah. He made Ohio State. To me, when I think of Ryan Day, he's a really good coach. I told you this. To me, he is a carbon copy of Mark Richt. He is 11-1. He's going to win you 10, 11, anywhere from 9 to 11 games a year. But he could not get over the hump, and when it comes down to it, he's going to get outcoached. And while most programs would want him, he could make a long career. He could pull a Kurt Ferentz if he was at the right type of place. Ohio State is not that place. There are probably 5 programs with that standard where that wouldn't fly at. He just happens to be coaching at one of them. He's going to have a very successful career. But at the end of the day, no, he did not make Ohio State. And if anything, he's holding them back. I don't know how much longer he's honestly got there.
Yeah.
I don't see him being at Ohio State longer than 3 years. I think it's ultimately going to come to an end within the next 3 years. And barring some miracle where he reels off winning a national championship and defeat and owning Michigan a couple times, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah. By the way, Adam McDonald asked, can the NCAA schedule a game on Monday after Labor Day? They do every year. LSU played it. Yeah. No, they played Sunday, right?
They played Sunday. Yeah, they played Sunday.
But FSU and LSU 2 years in a row played Monday after Labor Day. So, yeah, it happens all the time. But Wet Blanket is the roast master of Ryan Day. in the roast of Ryan Day. Day has a fake beard. Day wears makeup. Jim Knowles saved Day's day.
Yes, he did. I'll give you that.
Yes. So very good, wet blanket. Very good. I did not see what he said about the uniforms.
He should be pissed at Jim Knowles, because Oklahoma State's defense has been terrible since then.
Yeah.
It has been brutal.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Excellent stuff. He's Jim Knowles went over there. And again, Oklahoma State, you heard this from Gundy quite a bit, in that he keeps saying that, okay, we don't have the resources, we don't have this, like we need that. And I know that's every coach, but he brought over, he brought in a defensive coordinator from Division II to replace Mason when Mason left. So I don't disagree with that tact, but from Gannon University or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So he brought that guy over, and it has not worked out. I mean, that's a drop off, and he brought in a young coach, and he'll probably figure it out eventually. But right now, Oklahoma State, they miss Jim Knowles more than any coach that's probably left in a long, long time.
Absolutely do.
Yeah.